Alright guys, I got some speculation going on in my head. I want to video it before I go to it, because if I'm right, I want you to see it. That I'm right. No, but look, okay, this is where I hit an air layer on the plum tree right here, and I checked it and nothing. Nothing. So far that's been like, after I did the guava, that's 3 things. Because after I did the guava, I air layered a mulberry, I air layered the elderberry, which we broke that when we was painting the house. I didn't get to really see about that. But I air layered the loquat, and I air layered a plum tree, and none of them took. None of them. None of them. So then I air layered some more stuff oh, that wasn't after the, wait, I'm mixed up right now. Yeah, that was before I did the guava. Then I did the guava, and I had some results with the guava. I don't know, I'm all confused. But anyway, I came over here to check on the guava. Now, the guava, my speculation is this. With the fruit trees and the citrus trees, this is the wrong time of the year. And that's why I'm not seeing nothing. It's too hot. And they're not, even though in the summer they're growing, it's not the time for new growth. Okay, let's just say. Alright? No. Might not be saying everything right. I don't know all the technology. I never went to school for this stuff. But anyway, a guava tree is a tropical tree. And so, I got something different going on in my brain about it, that I think we're going to have something here. Let's get down here to it. Let's see. Let's check this out. See, I'm seeing what I see on all the, and I had an apple tree right here. I cut the branch off. This does not look too good. So, oh, wait a minute. Okay, there's roots. There's roots in this thing. Oh, they're not here. I wonder if I ought to leave it for trying to see some more. Okay, there's roots, you guys. So this is, my speculation's right. My speculation's right, guys. There's roots, but I'm going to wrap this back up and let it grow a little more. I'm not sure how long the roots are. If it's just a little bit, it's really just kind of getting started. This dropped down. There's roots. Y'all, there's roots. I'm debating if I would take it out and plant it. Alright, if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. I'm gonna cut it out. We're gonna plant this bad boy. Let me get a three gallon pot. See the worms crawling in there. This works, you guys. This has been the third tree I got off of this one guava tree. You know what I mean? Hang on. Let me cut this off of Ruby. My speculation was because it's a tropical, that right now is the time that it thrives more in the heat. It grows more in the heat than it does any other time of the year. There's roots that started on top of it, and there's roots in the inside. Look at this. This is what I'm looking at here. I don't want to break any of this off, man. I could destroy things here. Try not to. Okay, now this looks pretty good, you guys. Yeah, I could have left it longer. Could have got more roots. But look at it. Okay, so this is going in the pot. I'm gonna make a tree right now. Get this going in the pot. Of course, I'm going to put a little bit more mud in here. Pull this up a hair. Add some more mud to it. Let me get some more mud. really, really nice tree. I thought I had some fish emulsion I can add. Yeah. There's some fish fertilizer right here. It's a 511. It's not nothing real heavy duty. It's a given. Some fertilizer. Not enough to burn nothing. I'll bring this outside. I'll bring you out. I'll come get you and see. Now that with that guava, that's only been about a month. Just had a feeling that it was doing. This is going to be a nice tree. We just set you up right here. You can kind of watch me here, maybe. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my camera with one hand, trying to do all this so you guys can see. It's hard. Might pull these together, and we can put something around here to help pull that up straight. So I'm gonna keep it right there because it's shaded right there. I don't want it to get beat up with the sun. The sun's out, it could get really hot. And I see some clouds coming in. If it gets some rain, that'll be good for it to get some good rainwater. That's a pretty tree. That's a good, pretty guava tree. It's a new guava tree I got. I'll let it grow for about a month, and I'm gonna turn around and sell it. And that's about all I can get off of this tree for now, unless some of these other branches grow out. I might be able to get some more off of it. But I maxed out my low tree on taking off branches to make other trees. So that wasn't a bad deal. I made a purchase of $65, and I've made 3 trees off of it. And she needs. I gotta support her up. She needs some support. This is Mama Ruby. And now that she had energy going to that other tree I was making to make roots, you know what I mean? While she had this fruit, so I'm expecting now this fruit's going to grow a little more now, because now her energy's going to go to that. Keeping it straight. Yeah. I think I went through some roots. It should be okay though. Alright. Mama Ruby. Alright, so I still got a couple of other things to check, but I think I'm just going to let them sit and because I already know they're not doing nothing yet. There's the fruit trees, there's my pomegranate, and there's the pomegranate now. Possibility that one's got roots by now, but I'm gonna let those sit, because those need to be, I believe, sitting a little longer, and we'll be checking those probably at the end of this month. So we got about 2 more weeks, and it's the Santa Rosa plum right here, the air layer right there, and Kasaki pomegranate. So, you know, what made me start checking these was the apple tree that I air layered. Well, the branch was dying, so I knew it wasn't working. On this one here, I had checked it a couple of weeks ago, and there was nothing. And so I checked it again today, like you saw. There was nothing. Well, you know, I didn't show you that today, but I checked it. There was nothing, so I cut the branch off. And that got me thinking, well, you know, why did the guava work and not the plum tree? Well, it's 2 different type of trees as far as tropical, and one of them just being a regular fruit tree, not tropical. And got me thinking that right now that guava tree, because she's growing, she's up to 8 feet tall right now. She's growing, got this fruit that started and growing in the summer. You know, all this other fruit don't really do that. It starts its fruit, it gets its flowers like in the spring, and it, you know, and then all through the spring and the summer, it's working on the fruit. Okay, it's not working on making new branches and new leaves and things like that. So I thought of the guava, because the guava is growing, the leaves are growing, everything, and it's like it's a kind of tree that the heat is what causes it to thrive. So I just had that idea that maybe the guava was ready, and I think it is. And I could have waited maybe another 2 weeks and would have got better root on it. But I think it's going to be okay with the root system it's got. It had quite a bit on it, it had enough. And of course it's going to take a few days. It's probably going to wilt a little bit and look a little shabby. But I believe it'll come back, because I think the other ones did that too. Let me get the water and water it. Give it a good soaking. Let's check the pomegranate. I'm curious now. Just because of the simple fact that it's more tropical too. Let's see if you guys could maybe watch along here. I'm just going to check it. That's all I'm going to do. See if you see any roots. See some roots. Branches that are growing out the bottom. roots. Okay, I'm definitely going to wrap this one back up, okay? I want you to see this, though. Let's see if you can see it. See the roots starting on it? Up, hang on. The camera's turning on you. See the roots are coming out and starting right here at the top? Look at that. So it started. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to wrap it back up. Leave it alone for another 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks, we're going to repot this thing. Okay, so I know, now I know. Okay, so we know now we're going to have a pomegranate tree. What about this plum tree? Excuse me. All right, we're going to go ahead and check this one. While we're checking them. See anything on this one at all. Nothing. No. Just going to go ahead and let it sit. You never know. In 2 weeks I'll check it. If it ain't done in 2 weeks, I'm going to just cut it off. 2 weeks we'll come get the pomegranate potted up. Okay, well good. I just wanted to show you guys that. I got another guava tree. There she is, one last look. That's her there. I mean, she's 5.5 feet tall. So, not bad. Not bad. That's a nice sized tree. I can get a nice little chunk of change for it. Oh, that feels good. That fan feels good. You guys, I just need to let you see an update on my vanilla bean tree plant, okay? Look at this. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's all new growth. That's brand new growth coming out of it. 2 of them there. 1 there. Nothing on the middle one. And I got something started on this one. So 4 out of the 5 I bought are growing and reproducing, which is awesome, guys. I was kind of worried that I spent a lot of money and nothing was happening for a while, but I wasn't thinking, I had cuttings. Somebody gives you cuttings like the dragon fruit, vanilla beans, any kind of cutting, fig. It takes a little while before you see something happen because there's no root. And so it's not going to die, it's concentrating on rooting. Once it establishes enough root, it could start growing upward and you can start seeing stuff outwardly. This is my coffee plants. They were little when I got them and they're really doing real good. I got all kind of new growth, all kind of new shoots coming up. And I'm thinking I'm gonna get in here and separate one of them and make separate plants. Try it and see. But that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. So things are looking good, guys, as far as that kind of stuff. You know, my vanilla beans, and I know you probably heard me say this before, but it's an orchid, and when it gets a certain age or whatever, it's going to produce a flower, and you only have, I don't know, maybe 12 hours from the time it opens up to the time it's going to close, that you got to get in there inside of that flower and fertilize it by hand. This is why vanilla beans are so expensive. They don't cross-pollinate to get this bean. I don't know how somebody discovered if you got inside this orchid and did this, you know, you would get this vanilla bean that would grow out of it, out of this certain orbit. But that's how it works. And so you got to catch it when that flower. Well, you're gonna know when it's flowering if you're watching it. And man, when it flowers, you got 12 hours to get in there and do your deed to get this thing fertilized, so it'll start producing that vanilla bean. And I think once you get to that age and it does it, it's gonna be something that's gonna be done at least yearly, but it could happen more than that. I'm not sure, but at least yearly you probably get a flower, and I would think you would start getting more than one flower. But anyway, all right, so that's exciting. I got me a guava tree. I know I have another pomegranate tree, and I don't see really anything on the Santa Rosa plum. That's okay. That's still my tree. And in the springtime, I'm gonna do this all again, you guys. In the beginning of spring, I'm gonna go ahead and air layer all the fruit trees, apples, the plums, peaches, everything, and give everything a shot. And yeah, really glad to see that with the guava, and because of that, it gave me an understanding that I think I know what I have to do, how I missed it, and I kind of figured they had a season to do it. You know, I'm just learning. You know, that's all. I'm just learning, and you're getting to learn with me. And so instead of making the same mistakes as I make, you can bypass the mistake and you can do the deed and get you an air layer and be successful at it. So and next thing I got to really get a good grip on is grafting. So we're going to get into that too, and I'm going to do that in the springtime too. I don't even want to attempt that now because I just know it's not going to work. And I just know I have to do these things in the springtime, the beginning of spring, when life is at its fullest in these things and everything's producing everything that it's going to do for the year. Basically, it puts out all the flowers that it's going to put out, and from those flowers they're going to get the fruit, and it's going to take care of that fruit all through the summer until whenever they ripen up and ready to pick. So that's the time I think that I need to do an heirloom. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. Just want to show you that. All right. See you all in the next video. Be blessed.